Over 40 million people are in trouble as SNAP benefits lapse. I'll give you the latest details on this and a latest court ruling that may change the tide on this, including for over 1 million veterans in the United States. Also, police are sending out bulletins and warnings that this may lead to increased theft and grocery theft, even on customers as they come out of the stores. I'll give you the details on what is going on with this, as there is a lot going on here right now as the government continues to be shut down and people are getting outraged on what Congress, both the right and the left, are doing and just cannot get it together. So let me give you all the details here right now as we're live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. Take a look here. Okay, a federal judge orders President Donald Trump and the administration to use contingency funds for SNAP. This comes here after the Trump administration says that they would not tap a contingency fund to keep the food aid, SNAP, and food stamps flowing for over 40 million Americans, which includes mostly seniors and children and over 1 million veterans. So after they said that they would not use this money to keep it going, now the government has been ordered to pay food stamp benefits during the shutdown from a federal judge. However, we'll see if this actually happens. I'll give you the why on this here in a second. A federal judge in Boston, Massachusetts, gave the United States Department of Agriculture until Monday to come up with a plan to at least partially fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP or food stamps. Almost simultaneously, a federal judge in Rhode Island ruled that the program must be funded using at least the contingency funds that the Trump administration said previously they weren't going to use, and similarly asked for an update on progress by Monday. The order comes in response to a lawsuit against the Trump administration brought by 25 states, including Massachusetts. In her memorandum entered on Friday, Judge Tawalny said that plaintiffs have standing to bring this action and are likely to succeed on their claim that defendants' suspension of SNAP benefits is unlawful. The judge appears to be siding with the states in that the government should fund the SNAP program, though she is stopping short of dictating how the funding should be handled amid the government shutdown. Whether defendants choose to use only the appropriated contingency funds and reduce benefits, key word there that benefits could be reduced, or use the additional discretionary funds to cover the shortfall, defendants now have different options before them based on the court's filings. And where defendants may now opt to provide full funding of SNAP benefits from previously appropriated funds, plaintiffs have not yet demonstrated a risk of irreparable harms. Massachusetts governor said, quote, "This ruling confirms what we have known all along. Donald Trump has the funds to continue paying SNAP benefits, but has been choosing to force millions of Americans to go hungry." Now, I'll let you know what President Donald Trump said here in a second, but we will see what happens here, because this could go to the Court of Appeals, this could go to the Supreme Court, this could be delayed for several days or even weeks. Let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. Here's what President Donald Trump had to say.
Funding for SNAP benefits could expire today for more than 1 million veterans. A federal judge ordered emergency funds to pay for SNAP yesterday, with President Trump saying, quote, "I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible." Retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Jim Whaley is CEO of the veterans advocacy group Mission Roll Call. He joins us now. Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for joining us this morning. So what are you seeing on the ground there in terms of these benefits and the notion that they will run out today?
Well, Charlie, first of all, thank you and good morning. We polled our veterans across the country, and over 60% of our veterans are affected by the shutdown. And out of that, 93% are very concerned about the shutdown. So it does have impact. And when you put it against the backdrop of any given night, we have 30,000+ veterans homeless, and we have 17 to 22 veterans taking their suicide, having suicide every day. That's significant numbers.
Yeah, indeed. In terms of the food benefits, have you seen an uptick, or are Americans are the most generous people on the planet? Have you seen evidence that private donations have been coming into organizations like yours to help in that realm?
Absolutely. You hit it. Americans are the most generous people on this planet, and they're very concerned about their veterans. They honor their veterans. They hold them in high regard. So we know that all the other veteran support organizations that are across the country are getting involved. They're working together, and they're trying to solve this as best they can. And they're working with their donors to see what else they can do.
And obviously, I would think that you probably have a lot of contacts with the federal government in terms of doing what you all do. Do you hear from them about what they expect to happen in the next coming days and weeks?
Well, I'll tell you, I applaud the Veterans Administration and Secretary Collins. His staff reaches out to us to get polling data so that they know what veterans are thinking. So when they make decisions, they have the veteran in mind. And we share our polling data with Congress and with Senate so that they can make good decisions. You know, we're an organization that amplifies the voice of veterans and shares that information with good folks like yourself, but also with decision makers at every level.
Do you have a sense from your members about who they hold responsible for the shutdown?
No, you know, we try to stay apolitical as possible and make sure that we ask those questions in a way that everybody feels invited to it, because veterans make up the fabric of our country, so they come from every walk of life. So we try to steer clear of that, but we still have data that shows that veterans are very concerned about this. And Charlie, here's another point. We have 18 million veterans in our country. And when you factor in the average size of the family, that's about 50 million veterans and family members. That's a sizable voting bloc. They're going to remember this.
Yeah, and we continue to see Congress just blame each other, blame the other side. We're seeing President Donald Trump and Republicans blame Democrats, calling this a Democratic shutdown, saying that the Democrats won't vote with us to prevent this. And we're seeing Democrats saying that Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and that they should own this, and they don't want to fund the health care subsidies and even Medicaid that they cut from the big beautiful bill. And that's why they're holding out, because this is the only leverage that they have to try to get those subsidies and deals done. So yeah, we could see even a much longer government shutdown here for a while, because we don't see the two sides making much progress here, even after a month of a government shutdown. We are seeing some discount for SNAP members from Instacart, DoorDash, GoPuff, and other companies. Instacart said that it will offer customers who receive SNAP benefits 50% off their next grocery order to ease the strain as the government prepares to cut off food aid payments. So, yeah, that's a big one. DoorDash said it would waive service and delivery fees for an estimated 300,000 orders for SNAP recipients in November. They deliver for 25 different grocery companies. DoorDash also said it would deliver 1 million meals from food banks for free. The company said that more than 2.4 million of its customers have a SNAP or EBT card linked to their DoorDash account. Meanwhile, police are boosting patrols around stores following threats of theft due to SNAP suspension. Yeah, posts on social media that promote stealing from grocery stores and retail stores because of an impending food stamps program suspension has led to action from police across the entire United States, actually. Police from some of the posts, which circulated nationally, advocated for violence if confronted. Wow. Quote, this decision leaves no room for doubt. The USDA can and must release the contingency funds and stop weaponizing hunger for political advantage. This is coming from Connecticut Attorney General William Tong. Donald Trump now has a stark legal and moral choice before him. He can keep fighting this losing battle. He can insist on starving American families for political leverage, or he can release the funds now. Before the ruling, Meriden police said they boosted patrols across stores and urged businesses to take action. Quote, at this time, we have no verified incidents directly linked to these online statements. However, departments are taking these posts seriously and urging all store operators to remain vigilant. Another big headline here says California police chief addresses backlash to increase grocery store patrols ahead of potential SNAP lapse. This is because this has not happened yet or just starting to happen. So as these SNAP benefits lapse, we're starting to see police bulletins across the country about potential grocery theft and even theft to customers as they come out of the grocery stores with their carts full of groceries. A California police chief is addressing his department's messaging around policing grocery stores in the wake of SNAP benefits potentially being halted on November 1st. The Barstow Police Department wrote that it was, quote, taking protective steps to support our community in the wake of the government shutdown and possible SNAP benefits lapse, including conducting extra patrols around grocery stores, convenience stores, and shopping centers to help ensure the safety of residents, customers, and business owners. Quote, the intent was to let the community know that we were aware of what was going on and it was our plan to be out there protecting the community. So I will keep you up to date as the story unfolds, so make sure to share this video on social media so more people can hear this video, and subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you get updates. Also, this is very important for those on Medicare or for those who have loved ones that want to be, pay attention. The annual open enrollment period goes from October 15th only until December 7th. If you have Medicare, this is the time to choose your new 2026 plan that works best for you. There has been a lot of Medicare changes recently, and most Medicare plans change, and many just go away entirely. Luckily, my trusted partner, Chapter Medicare, makes comparing every Medicare and Medicare Advantage option easy. They're honest, unbiased, and can review your plan and get you the best one in under 20 minutes. If you're on the right plan for your needs, they'll tell you, and if you're not, they'll help you switch. And by doing this, they've saved people on average around $1,100, which is amazing. They've helped hundreds of people from my community find better plans, and they can help you too. So call this phone number on the screen, 833-700-1320, or click the pinned comment down below in the comment section to connect with Chapter and find the plan that's best for you. Click here to see the Fed's major announcement for millions of Americans, or click here to see President Donald Trump saying that Social Security and Medicare are going to be gone.